Now we will be entering eclipse season on October 15th, and that's a big deal. Eclipse seasons only happen twice a year. And if you would like to get a better idea of how to navigate eclipse season the second time around this year, the last one was in end of April, middle of May, then save yourself a spot for my Zoom webinar that's coming up on October 11th. There will be a $15 suggested donation, but everyone is welcome to join and hear about what's going on with this eclipse season that's coming up soon. Now, by October 9th, Pluto and Mercury will no longer be retrograde. We've been going through a lot of retrograde phases, a lot of retrograde planet experiences since April. And 2 of these planets will start to go direct very soon. Now, Pluto represents an aspect of our higher self that desires our greatest empowerment. It wants us to feel fully integrated and empowered within ourselves. And so we are asked to really trust the process that brings this about. And for that reason, Pluto might ask us to confront our worst fears, face our darkness and pain, and surrender our personal will to that of our higher guidance. And trust is really key here with this process. It's an emotional process, and it's a process of transformation to really take what's no longer making us feel empowered and to transform it and to bring light to it, to become aware of and to let go of defensive, obsessive, protective, or controlling behaviors. And that's really what we're trying to do here with an exalted Pluto. We're trying to be aware of what are some of the things in our life that still need to be transformed, or what do we need to let go of. And only then can the outcome be greater empowerment and passion for life. Because when we feel fully integrated, there is this sense of like, I'm okay, I'm going to be okay. And then we can fully dive into being alive and living life. And of course, whenever we're fully diving into life, we have much more passion for life. If nothing holds us back, right? If there's no fear that holds us back, no protecting that holds us back. So what we can ask ourselves here with this exalted Pluto energy is, what is my relationship to power? And do I distinguish between the power that comes from within versus the power that is connected to external components? So the other thing we need to recognize with this exalted Pluto is that when we're denying or suppressing our pain, our own darkness, or our own fears, we will keep behaving from an unconscious place, because these things don't disappear. They're still there. They're just in the background. And then that background will be the thing that actually controls our interaction with the world. So we will be coming from a very unconscious place, and that very often has us feeling disempowered because we're not consciously engaging with life. We're unconsciously coming from these places. So we will continue to blame others for our own experiences. And that, of course, means we give our power away to people out there in the world who are very happy to take it from us. Now, we're being invited to learn that true power comes from within, from knowing and accepting the truth, facing the dark, and making the unconscious conscious. So Pluto's exalted energy really asks us to seek ways to step into our own power and become more alive from within. So we want to really make sure that we're letting go of all the stuff that makes us feel dead or less alive, and to step more fully into the places that make us feel alive. And by integrating all of who we are, we get to feel that. Now, we will address this and so much more in our upcoming forecasting forum on October 8th in connection with our own birth charts. So we're really looking at how does all of this that's currently happening impact us personally, And if you want to register for this month's only, click on the link below this video or go to astrologercoach.com and register on the homepage. Registration also includes access to the MP4 video recording of the live event. So if you can't join live, that's also available. And there will be an early bird special that will be available until October 5th at midnight. Now, please keep in mind that if you are a star member right now, that you're automatically registered. And if you're not sure if you're currently an active star member, go to your member's account on the website and view your subscriptions. Now, if you're watching this after October 8th, you can still get access to the webinar. You can click on the video, click on the link below this video to get the MP4 video recording of this webinar. Now, let's talk about Mercury. Mercury is now back in Virgo, and it starts moving forward again on October 2nd, making a very prolonged trine aspect to this exalted Pluto in Capricorn. And because they're both changing directions, they're both moving more slowly, and therefore that trine between Mercury in Virgo and Pluto in Capricorn lasts way longer than it normally would. And this is good news, because this trine is a harmonious aspect, and it's already been active at the time of the new moon in Libra. But unlike last time when we talked about it in our new moon chart, both planets are no longer going to be retrograde on October 9th. So this makes it easier for us to implement some of the things we have already thought about and perhaps even journaled on, if you watched the new moon video and if you've been using the coaching questions. And because trines are harmonious aspects, we get a chance here to be more grounded and realistic when analyzing information or thoughts, and also in our communications and convictions. So empowerment of ourselves and other people is very much key when it comes to our daily routines and our long-term goals. And our analytical mind and problem-solving abilities right now will really support our strong desire for emotional authenticity and for being truthful about what we want to build long-term out there in the world. So each of us has this desire, right, to build something authentic out there in the world, or to show up in an authentic, more integrated way out there in the world. And with Mercury in Virgo right now, that will support us, our thinking in how we can get to that place, how we can make that more of a reality in our lives. Now, what you want to ask yourself is, how has the practice of trusting my process, my inner process, been supporting my connection with myself and my higher self? And what have I been able to release around fears and thoughts of scarcity? And am I ready to implement some of the ideas and strategies that I have come up with in the past 10 days? And remember, we want to start using these coaching questions after October 9th. And so when you're asking this question to yourself, it will be about the 10 days previously. Now, if you have any questions about the monthly forecasting forums or my other Zoom webinar that's coming up, if you have any questions about my soul-based astrology courses, about my coaching packages, about membership functions, astrology in general, please do not hesitate to reach out to info@astrologercoach.com. I'm happy to answer questions. If there are any personal questions, please ask them during the upcoming monthly forecasting forum on October 8th, or you can also email me in advance until October 7th, and I will include your question in the webinar. Again, there's an early bird special that's still available until October 5th at midnight. And you can also book one-on-one readings via my website with Leah or myself. Both of us are happy to answer any questions that are connected to what's currently going on. And again, we will be entering eclipse season on October 15th. So if you want to know how to deal with that in a way that empowers you, that feels good to you, save yourself a spot for my Zoom webinar that's called The Next Phase of Your Evolution. which is about how to navigate eclipse season. And it will be live on Tuesday, October 11th at 7 p.m. And for more info and to register for this 2-hour Zoom event, click on the link below this video or go to omapittsburgh.org/event. There is a $15 suggested donation, but everyone is welcome. All right. So thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate all of you. As always, stay focused on your physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual well-being. When we're able to bring all those components together and we're able to come from a holistic place within ourselves, life just gets a little bit easier and a little bit better. I will be back again in a couple of weeks with the new moon video, so stay tuned and definitely also read the daily forecasts and the weekly forecasts to see how to deal with universal energies on a daily or weekly level. So have a good one. Bye.